Planet Coaster 2. A game about planets. Okay, that's not true. It's a game about coasters. Well, actually, that's not even true. It's a game about theme parks. Yes, absolutely. It's a sequel to Planet Coaster, as you can imagine. And Planet Coaster 2 released in November of 2024, so it's a fairly recent game. The idea of Planet Coaster 2 is to run your own theme park. There's a story mode, sure, but for the most part I think a lot of players are going to be focused on making their own theme park, akin to Rollercoaster Tycoon. In fact, it's pretty much a modern version of Rollercoaster Tycoon in that way. It's pretty much the same kind of game. Within Planet Coaster 2, you'll find a wide array of different rides, and building your own coaster is of course an option. And since you're managing a theme park, you have to worry about your guests and their satisfaction. Are your guests happy? Are they? Are they happy? Are they having fun times at the fun park? You better make sure about it. Otherwise, you're gonna go bankrupt, and then what are you gonna do? You have no money! You failed at capitalism, you loser! How could you? All you had to do was make people smile, and you couldn't even do that! But anyway, this game was pretty good fun, all things considered. It is, for the most part, an improvement off the original Planet Coaster, and if you played that one, you'll probably like 2. A big part of managing the game is to not only have a wide variety of rides, but ensure they're functioning properly, and having the appropriate staff to manage the park. You need people to run the restaurants and food stands and all that stuff, but you also need people to run the rides and security personnel in case jerks want to pickpocket or whatever they feel like doing. You need mechanics in order to make sure the rides are operating appropriately so they don't just explode one day, because that would be bad, and you don't want that. And of course entertainers, because everyone needs a little bit of entertainment at the theme park, even though the park itself is entertainment, but whatever. They also added pools in this game, which weren't in Planet Coaster, and I think that's really awesome. I like aquatic rides, and yes, there are a number of slides and stuff to utilize when it comes to opening a pool. You have a big giant pool, just a whole aquatic park, a water park as they call it, and that part I really enjoy. I really like the addition of that. However, Planet Coaster 2 does come with some issues, some slight issues that may bother some of you. I like the game, I do, and I love Frontier Developments, but I think they got just a little too EA about this. Planet Coaster 2 launched with DLC. And already that's a red flag for most people, because, okay, look, on the developer end of things, in some cases it makes sense because it takes time to actually print the game and put it into distribution and get it actually ready for release beyond just making it. So instead of having the dev team sit around that whole time, making additional content for it makes sense. However, that is not what I would consider this, because the thing about Planet Coaster 2's immediate DLC, which is known as the Vintage Funfair Ride Pack, is that it contains a multitude of rides that were in the original Planet Coaster by default. Also, they had the unreasonable, unspeakable gall to charge nearly $20 for this, which is absurd. For a ride pack? $20 for a ride pack. It's not even a new story or anything. It's just rides. That's insane. Like, no. We're not playing this game, Frontier. I'm sorry. I love you guys, and I love the games you've made. I've enjoyed pretty much all of them, and Planet Coaster 2 is a fun game, but you cannot nickel and dime us like this. Or, honestly, not even nickel and dime us. This is highway robbery. I still haven't bought it, and I won't, because, no, we're not doing this. I bought the base game. This shouldn't be, like, you know, a $20 edition. That's absolutely outrageous. It didn't help their image by the fact that Planet Coaster 2 did launch with some bugs. Now, I don't think the bugs in and of themselves were really the issue, because most of them were minor technical foul-ups. There were some issues with, like, the guest AI and stuff like that. Minor things that didn't necessarily break the experience, but were just kind of irritating. And those can be patched. And in the modern day, I kind of expect games to launch with a few teething minor issues that'll be fixed later with updates. It was nothing so egregious that it bothered me, but the fact that it has the bugs, and you still went out of your way to release day one DLC, that bothers me. If you had released an entirely, made game, like one that had basically no bugs, at least no easily recognizable bugs that wouldn't be found, by every single player who played it, and release DLC at a more reasonable price, like $10, that'd be one thing. And also, it would help if the DLC didn't contain things that were in the original Planet Coaster, again, by default. Look, this is like if you had released Jurassic World Evolution 2 and launched it with day one DLC that included things like the T-Rex, which was in the original Jurassic World, as you can imagine. But, by default, it's stuff like this that makes players, in particular, really upset. You can't be doing it, because it's frustrating, because Frontier is a good developer. Like, they have a talented staff that make great kind of building management sim games that I adore. I love, frickin' Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster and the Jurassic World Evolution games. Like, I like the games. Like, they're good. And Planet Coaster 2 is a good game. It's fun to play. It is an improvement over the first one, and I would recommend it, but you can't be doing this. You can't be giving us this kind of stuff. The negative feedback, I'm hoping, will, make them realize that this was a mistake, because it tarnishes their image as a dev team too. Like, it makes them look bad, and I don't think they want that. And it's not like some publisher forced this on them. Frontier Developments developed and published this game, so this is all on them. It's entirely their decision, it was entirely their call, and I understand a lot of developers are doing it, but listen, nobody likes this. No one. Absolutely not a single person enjoys this crap. It's like opening a theme park. Except in order to get the exclusive rides, you have to pay an additional fee on top of the entry fee. And if you try to pull that crap within the game you just made, your guests will be unhappy. You programmed it. You know how people react to this sort of stuff. It's in the game. Come on now. Outside of that, though, the game is pretty fun. It is. You can make your own coaster, ideally finish it before, letting people ride it. Though I'm not sure it's actually possible, unlike in Rollercoaster Tycoon, to put real people on a coaster that isn't finished, because they force you to test the coaster before opening it to the public, and that results in you can still make the dummies, fall and die horribly, but I don't think you could do that with the people. I haven't figured out a way to do that, at least to my knowledge, and I think that's to avoid a higher rating, because that would be horribly violent and stuff, and unfortunately they're trying to avoid that, and I get it, but, hey, you can still make coasters, you can still put rides out, you can still manage your park, it's still a really fun game, but don't ever do this with the DLC ever again. Don't even think about it, please. I just don't want you guys to look bad, because I think you're better than this. I want to believe that. I think you know that. I think someone within your company sat there and said at some boardroom meeting, hey guys, this is a really bad idea. And you should have listened to them. That's all I'm saying. But it is an enjoyable game if you want to play it. It's up to you, though. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fun farewell.